Don't forget to go to ashkicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
Yes, sir. Let me dig into your brain, folks falling like.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So during another huge Mayweather-McGregor press conference today in New York, Conor McGregor gets on stage and he decides to talk about race, since he's been getting a little bit of backlash from the racist comments he made talking about the dancing monkeys. He was referring to characters on the Rocky III movie. So this is what he had to say in his defense. Quote, let's address the race. A lot of media seem to be saying I'm against black people. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Do they not know I'm half black? Yeah, I'm half black from the belly button down. Then he starts to say stuff like, I got a gift or something like that. I got a gift for all my beautiful black women in the crowd. And he starts, doing his little twerk moves and stuff. He feels that he can justify his racist comments by telling people that Notorious B.I.G. is the best rapper. When he goes to Canada, he's talking about Drake. He likes Muhammad Ali. You think that's something, Conor McGregor? Well, did you know that Donald Sterling had a black girlfriend and he was a racist? Let's go back down memory lane when it comes to Conor McGregor. For some of you guys that don't know what this man has said in the past, he has a long history of making racist remarks. Let's go back down memory lane when it comes to what Conor McGregor had to say about his previous opponents. This is what he said about Jose Aldo in the build-up to that fight. Quote, I own this town. I own Rio de Janeiro. So for him to say that he is the king and I am the joker, if this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback and would kill anyone who wasn't fit to work. But we're in a new time, so I'll whoop his ass instead. End quote. You obviously know he's referring to slavery, right? He would force them to work, and if they weren't fit to work, he would kill them. That's almost word for word out of a slave master's handbook. Okay? Shortly after that, he fought Nate Diaz. He called Mexicans, and I quote, those effing cockroaches, and then he called Nate Diaz a little cholo from the hood. Now, I didn't put the clip up, but you can watch my very last video. I have the actual transcript in my last video if you guys just want to read exactly what he said word for word. So this is what I want to say about Conor McGregor responding to being a racist and saying he's not a racist. Do you know what Mel Gibson, what Dog the Bounty Hunter, you guys remember Dog the Bounty Hunter? That used to be one of my favorite shows. Until I found out the dude was a flat out racist. He got caught saying some of the most racist stuff on the phone, being recorded. Hulk Hogan used to be my favorite wrestler till I found out he was a racist. And what's crazy about that is I had a feeling after Dog the Bounty Hunter got exposed as racist, and then I used to watch Hulk Hogan's reality TV show, and I would see how he would act when guests would come to his house, and I could just see it. I could sense he was a racist. Shortly after I felt that way, he got busted on a recording where he said some extremely racist stuff about black people. You have Donald Sterling, who was also exposed as a racist. And then you have this one white lady whose video went viral about 2 years ago. You guys may remember or recall. She basically was talking to a black guy. She was in a parking lot coming out of a store. Black guy was in a car recording her because he had already said something to her off camera. So the black guy, he pulled his camera out, started recording her. And she just started calling him N-word, N-word, you effing N-word, you N-word, you stinky N-word, just over and over and over again, right? Right on camera. And last but not least, you have the sitcom actor from Seinfeld, Michael Richardson, who I talked about in my last video. He was caught on stage attacking a black person in the audience, saying almost the same thing that Conor McGregor said to Jose Aldo. But Michael Richardson, he said to this black person, instead of saying if this was a different time, he said if this was 50 years ago, we'd have you hanging upside down with a fork up your ass. And then after he said that, he continued to say over and over and over again, and this is all on camera. You guys can go watch you can watch the YouTube video. You'll see it if you missed it. He says over and over again, he's an N-word. He's an N-word. Get him out of here. He's an N-word. He just keeps saying it over and over and over again. So you may be asking the question, why did you bring up all of these racist people in this video? I'll tell you why in the form of a question, a rhetorical question. What does Michael Richardson, Hulk Hogan, Dog the Bounty Hunter, that racist lady I told you whose video went viral on YouTube, what does all of them have in common with Conor McGregor? You give up? Each and every one of them said, I am not a racist, after they went on this racial tirade, after they had this racial meltdown. Every single one of them said, I am not a racist. You know why they do that? Because racist people, they want to be racist without the title. They don't want to be labeled as a racist, but they want to be racist towards black people, or maybe towards other races of people. But they don't want the title that comes with it, because if they have to take the title, then they have to admit that they're the actual bad guy, not the people that they hate. You see how that works? You see, deep down, racist people, they want it to be justifiable if they don't like a particular race. They want to basically say, shouldn't we be able to hate black people without that being considered racist? I mean, come on, man. Look at them. We don't like them, etc., etc. That is the mind state of a racist decaf. But what's so hypocritical and ironic is these same racist fans that will defend McGregor, will defend Mel Gibson, will defend Michael Richardson, the same fans that defended them, they'll turn around and they'll call black people racist for saying that Pacquiao versus Jeff Horn wasn't a robbery, for criticizing Golovkin, whatever the case may be, even though you have a whole lot of non-black people saying the same things about Pacquiao versus Horn, saying the same things about Golovkin. Skip Bayless, for example. Skip Bayless, who often admits that he's a big, huge Manny Pacquiao fan, he even said after he watched that fight, he looked over to his friend and he said, I think Pacquiao lost this fight. But yet these same racist fans that want to defend racist people, they want to turn around and they want to point the finger at blacks. Because when they call black people racist, that's just a code word for something that they really want to call black people. Let's just say the word has an N and a G in it, and it sure ain't nice guy. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.